What's going on, everybody? Kenny Ducey here for the Action Network, back with a best bet for Wednesday's MLB slate. And everyone, myself included, really looking forward to this Angels-Mariners game we've got on the slate. I don't know if it's going to be the pitcher's duel, though, that it is being touted to be. And that's because I don't know if Chris Flexen's actually that good. I mean, if you looked at this guy's numbers, had a great season last year, certainly learned a thing or two playing Korean ball and has really improved since his Mets days. But he did have a 4.62 expected ERA last year. He gave up a 9% barrel rate, and this is just not a guy that strikes a lot of guys out at 16% for the year last year. He is going to rely on fly balls to get outs. And the scary part about this matchup for Chris Flexen is that the Angels are very good at converting fly balls into home runs. This year, they're actually third so far in hard hit rate. We have a very small sample to work with, but they do have some boppers on their team. They added Brandon Drury. They added the talented Hunter Renfroe. But the thing I'm looking at here with the Angels is last season, they had one of the best home run to fly ball ratios in the game. This year, 11.5%, which is a very good number indeed. I think this is going to be a matchup where Flexen struggles. I know Anthony Rendon is going to be missing because of his suspension, because he pulled that fan close and he really told him what he meant. But I think that this Angels offense still has a ton of firepower. I think they can get this done. Shout out to Luis Rengifo. On the other side of this thing, Shohei Ohtani, he did walk 3 batters in 6 innings pitched against the Oakland Athletics, which concerned me just a little bit because one of his things has really been limiting those walks. Ohtani, if you look at his numbers, actually gives up a ton of hard hit balls, a ton of barrels, and a ton of home runs. But what he does so well is he's able to strike a lot of guys out, and he doesn't walk a lot of guys. So similar to you, Darvish, not guys that give up a ton of runs, even though they give up a lot of home runs. But in this matchup, the Seattle Mariners to this point are number 1 in contact rate, which is a stat that I love at certain times, including this one. The Mariners are going to get the bat on the ball. They're going to limit Ohtani's ability to get punch-outs, and I think that's going to translate into runs for Seattle. I also want to point out the fact that while the Mariners' hard hit and barrel rates are pretty low, the exit velocity numbers won't really scare you for the season. They did just play a lot of games in Seattle, and my friends there in Seattle tell me that it was very cold, very windy. So I think the conditions here improve. I think the Mariners get some runs on the board against Shohei Ohtani. I think Chris Flexen has a very difficult matchup in front of him against a reloaded Angels offense. I like the 7 runs. I like over 7 at -115 over at Caesars. Go grab that now.